each week on Your Move Atlanta, we pick one specific Metro Atlanta neighborhood in our neighborhood spotlight to call out critical changes over the last few years to help you as a homeowner in that neighborhood understand what might be happening to the value of your home. And this week, we've got a neighborhood that is in Berkeley Lake. I think Berkeley Lake, by the way, from an income per capita standpoint, is the highest in Metro Atlanta. It's only 2,000 residents, I believe, and it's a beautiful area. If you're unfamiliar with the area, you're going north on Peachtree Industrial, just south of Pleasant Hill, on the left or on the west side of Peachtree Industrial would be a little city called Berkeley Lake, and it's actually used to be an old rock quarry, a granite quarry that they dammed up. I would assume they dammed it up. It's a man-made dam, so they dammed up the end of the quarry, which is right next to the river, and I think there's probably maybe 1,000 houses in the Berkeley Lake area. Well, Hermitage Plantation is on the north side of the lake, and let's talk about what's happened in Hermitage Plantation. If you live in Johns Creek, Duluth, if you live in Roswell, if you live in Alpharetta, if you live in Swanee, if you live in Norcross, what's happening in Hermitage Plantation might mirror what's happening in your neighborhood. In 2017, the average home in Hermitage Plantation sold for $350,600. It took 6 days, a whopping 6 days, to sell the 3 homes that sold. In 2018, there were 2 homes that sold that year. They took 64 days to sell, so they took a lot longer. The average sales price was $365,000, so the average sales price dropped from 2017 to 2018 to the tune of $5,000. But in 2019, things recovered no problem. There were 7 sales, very active sales market in 2019. The average home that sold took 29 days and sold for $384,000. So $350,000 average sales price in 2017, $345,000 in 2018, $384,000, which means sales prices in 2019, just 2 short years after 2017, were up $24,000. Imagine if you owned a home in that neighborhood and had an additional $24,000 worth of equity from one year to the next. That could be what happened if you own a home in Hermitage Plantation. Let's talk real quickly about what happened in home values all the way back to the rock bottom. And during the recession in 2012, prices in the neighborhood hit their all-time low, and there are a total of 100 homes in the neighborhood, and those 100 homes have increased in value so that the homeowners have an additional you heard me say this correctly, $19 million in equity. And every quarter we do an analysis of the net worth of the average homeowner versus a renter. We haven't done that in a little while, but the bulk of people's net worth, I think around half of it, comes up in the appreciation in the value of their home and the equity they have in a home. So in Hermitage Plantation, people have $19 million more equity so that they have a little more financial freedom, so that they have a little bit more positive outlook, ability to retire, things like that. There are currently 2 homes available for sale in the neighborhood, which means there's 3.4 months worth of supply. We say if you have less than 4 months worth of inventory, it is a seller's market, which means it's a seller's market in Hermitage Plantation, which means a seller should have a little bit more of an advantage. Average sales price is list price is $380,000. The schools are elementary school is Berkeley Lake, middle school is Duluth, high school is Duluth.